Welcome to your Lioness Roars class. It's a beautiful warming class, so make sure you have, if you need water, if you need breaks. I wouldn't recommend this one if it's like the first day of your period. It will get really warm. So take care of yourself and enjoy getting the roars out. So I'm starting on my on a seat, cross-legged or on your knees, palms face up, in a state of receiving. And I love doing this class with my hair down. Obviously, probably won't leave it down the whole time, just to create this like mane, this lioness mane we're looking for today. And I started with a neck massage. I'll go up to my ears. I love to do this before I practice yoga to open up the channels in the back of my body. And you'll see, you can feel most of the time the release. I get myself a good kind of head scratch. And again, that feels really, really nice in the sense of release. Chin to chest, and I'll just do little neck stretches, and I'll come back to my centered place. Breathing in and breathing out, noticing my breath, this aliveness inside me, this roar, this hum. The card for the month at Chikwas is the Lion's card, and I'll read it now. She roars is the lioness in you, emanating protection and warmth. She roars is conscious of the fierce urgency of now and the privilege to hold life tight. Look at this picture. Revel in your lioness's heart. Hear her roar. Its rumbles felt in and all around me. Invite pride. Welcome courage. The roar is yours in all form.
Take a deep breath in and a long sigh out. And welcome to an adjusted squat pose to do a cat-cow in it. So your feet are like 45 degrees apart, and you just undulate your spine. I like to lead with my chin and then my sternum bone as I make the circle shape into the air. Just another way to do cat-cow stretches, which I love to do before starting a movement practice. Switch it up, so I'll bring my chin in and out this time, in and up. Again, tight grip on your shin bones as I swirl into the air, and of course merge my breath with the mandala shape of my body. So I activate, kind of cue into the body that will get ready to move here. Wake up the spine, energize and radiate from the inside out. And I started some lion's breath here. So I take my tongue out, I take a deep breath in, and I go. I'll take one more big in, and then out. We all look so funny doing this. They're the best. My face felt really kind of itchy after this. I'll do a goddess squat. So I'll shift onto one side, left hand to the right thigh, and I'll do a twist. It's really nice here for the sides of the body, the top of my hip bone. As I lead my right lung back, my chin stays nice and parallel to the mat. I breathe on the right side as I exhale, pull my belly button in. And to go onto the other side, I'll prop up and then switch my shin bones on the other side, and then take my right hand to the outside of the left thigh, right hand back, and grow tall as I inhale, and exhale, pull my belly button in and find the revolve here. A great way to access the sides of the body without doing a full twist, which we normally do at the end of class here. But this class is really detoxifying, really kind of in release mode here as we practice our lioness's roar. And I'll curl my toes for a toe killer, and I'll take my elbow bones, also some elbow circles. I should say I grab my shoulder bones. And then I'll make some circles in the air. If the toes get too much for you, if anything gets ever too much, to just release that. And I'll get right nice and deep in my shoulder blades. And again, get some heat on the go for my practice. I'll reach my arms out and I'll breathe from in my heart, in and around my heart. Interlace my fingers to the back of my head as I lean back. I like to imagine somebody pulling my elbow bones here. And I let the ebb and flow of my breath. And I'll come into a child's pose, knees wide, toes touch, forehead on the mat, hips to heel as I find my breath deep in my low belly. As you can see here, you can take your fingertips off the mat if you wish. It's a personal choice, really. And then I'll keep breathing in and out. I'll take my palms together. I'll reverse the prayer back. Get in the back of my hands. And let the puff of air behind my heart space rise up and down. And I'll come into a puppy pose here. So my hips are on top of my knees. It's variation to child's pose, a bit more active, melting the heart down. And I'm really actively on my fingertips here. If it gets too much, just stay on your palms. And I'll bring my chest down, hips high, as I swirl into a sphinx pose, forearms down, pressing my hip bones down, my pelvic bowl down, and letting my neck be long. I like to do this here to feel the ground underneath me and access a deep sense of grounding. I loosen my jaw, I relax my eyes. Any chance I get, I go back to the rumbling of my breath. And then prostration pose, forehead down. And I'll come back up to a tabletop position. And I'll do some traditional cat stretch as Victor makes an appearance here. So inhale, look up, hips up. Exhale, round in, chin in. My spine feels nice and round up now that I've already accessed these wave-like movements through my spine. And then I'll look on my left hip and then on my right hip. And just to access more of side body. And left and right. And then I'll do a full swirl once I've done this. So I really access the entire body. Obviously, if that's too much, you can just stick with the cat-cows. And I'll switch it up here. I think this has a name. I don't remember the name, but for me, it feels like a snake-like swirl a bit. Some of you don't like snakes, I know, but so curl toes, hips up, downward facing dog, walk it out. Left heel down, right heel down. Sits bones are nice and high towards the ceiling. I like to play along with my feet. Now, on this one, I just step one of my foot forward, doesn't matter which one, and I get to access the side of the body. So I'm starting with my left foot here as I plant it down, and I'll reach my right butt cheek, like it just a bit higher, and I'll do the same on the other side. So it depends how tight I am. Intensify the stretch. And then slowly walk forward, feet hip width, grab your elbow bones, your chest is on your thighs. Bend your knees as much as you need. And I roll into ragdoll. Keep lots of awareness in my legs as I roll all the way up and roll my shoulders back into Tadasana. So I'll go ahead into my prep for Lion Roars or Lion's Breath. I like to just take my hands and like push down on my thighs. And I'll do that a few more times. And then I'll go ahead with my Lion's Breath. and go tongue out. Inhale and go. Really roar it out. And then I let it expand through me. There's so much vitality going on when we do a lion's breath. Inhale, reach your arms up. Release your fingers, pointer finger up. And I'll go ahead in my half moon stretch, standing on one side and then on the other side to the left as I anchor down through my feet. Bend my elbows and then lean back to do mini back bend. Lift my heart and back to center. Okay, inhale, reach your arms up, look up. And exhale to dive all the way down. Inhale to a long spine, fingertips up your shin bones. Exhale, plant your hands, right toes back, right knee down, both hands to the top of the left thigh. I adjust my stance if I have to. I like to curl my back toe, but at this point it's a personal yogi's choice. Take my hands to my shoulder bones and continue my rotations forwards and back. And then I'll bring my arms up. I'll bring my arms down. Ardha Chandrasana, hips to heel as I stretch my left leg back. And see how I keep my chest nice and long here instead of caving in. I take a deep inhale breath. I ride the wave of my breath forward and I come back to a chair pose. Big sweep up and palms back. Lion's breath. See my little preps here. Okay, if you want to go right into lion's breath, you're welcome to. Down, ha, inhale, and go ha, ha, inhale, and go ha. Bring your palms at your chest, toes together, and we'll do the other side. Reach your arms up, look up, inhale, exhale to dive all the way down. Inhale, long spine, long neck. Plant your hands, left toes back, left knee down, both hands to the top of the right thigh. Curl your back toes and come on up. So adjust your stance, make sure you're feeling a little something in that left hip as you take your shoulder bones and start your circulation with your elbows. And we'll go one way and then the other way. And I'll go Urdhva arms as I reach my arms up. Inhale. Exhale, plant my hands down, hips to heel. I'll get straight into behind my hamstrings. And I'll ride the wave of my breath forward, come into a chair, big sweep, and lion's breath. In and go, ha, in, and go, ha, in, and ha. Okay. Bring your arms back at the center of your heart and we'll reach your arms up, look up, inhale, and we'll go back to interlacing your fingers with the pointer finger out, and we'll go on the right side and then back on the left side. And we'll go back, left, right, and I'll get you here to interlace your fingers, bring them to the back of your neck. This is one of my favorite, mini back bend, and then I'll go and come down, tracing a straight line all the way down. Inhale to a long spine, and then exhale for the right foot down, right knee back, and we'll do the same thing, just adding on little extra spice to our sequence. So I'll go eagle arms here, and I'll go up and out of my waist as I do lift my chest high, my jaws nice and soft here as I squeeze my arms. I'll reach it up and away and then back into my hamstring stretch. And then I'll go all the way down and I'll go for a twist of the right hand to the outside of the left thigh, left hand back. And lots of focus on the side of the body today. It's really nice to have those open up. I'll go on the other side. I'll inhale and exhale, twist. And I'll go up and into a chair pose again. Big sweep. And as I sit back, down, I'll gather more heat as I'll go up and down with my arms. For those that take my weekly class, we do this almost weekly. I do this almost every day to just clear out the funk, get some shaking happening. So good for the entire body and mind. And this picks up a lot of heat, so you do it on your own. And then I'll go and interlace your fingers, pointer finger up, and I'll go for my little side stretches again. Lower ribs in, and I'll go onto the other side just to shake my body a little bit more. So left side, inhale back up to center onto the other side. Inhale back up to center, bend your elbows and lean back. I'll inhale full breath, and on the exhale, I'll dive all the way down following a straight line. Inhale to a long, strong spine. Exhale, plant your hands, left toes back this time, left knee down. Reach your arms up, and we'll go for an eagle arms. Reach your arms up and the left arm under the right. Squeeze. And so this requires lots of core as I lift up and away from my waist, as if somebody was taking my waist, pulling it up. And I squeeze my arms, I magnetize my thighs in, and I go for the little back bend. I'll come on down, plant my hands down, hips to heel, as I go on the hamstring stretch on the other side and on the twist as well on this side. So I'll take my left hand to the outside of the right thigh. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, pull the belly button in. I get my shoulders away from my ears. And I settle in this stretch. And I'll go on the other side, the left hand to the outside of the other side. And my other hand's at the back, acting like a second spine. As I stay focused and grounded in the rumbles of my breath, my lioness's roar. Inhale, reach your arms up. You're now in a chair pose. And we'll go back to our kundalini, ups and down. Nice shake, nice rise, fall. Nice inner warmth. Kind of look a bit crazy here, but that's okay. Letting the crazy out. And then I'll do another type of breath. If you see me here, you're like pulling some roots. And then ha! And it's a bit less warming than the one we were doing originally. But it's just a different variation I like to try with you all. And have your hands to the chest. And we'll go on to another sequence. Warrior one here, as you bend the knees, reach the right leg back, plant the heel, adjust your hips, sweep your arms all the way up, soften the shoulders back. Nice and sturdy warrior one. Interlace your fingers, place them behind your head as you lean back. I love to give myself a little neck pull here. I'll go ahead and more cat-cow stretch. So round in and open, round in and open, round in. And then hands to your chest, open up warrior two, open your arms wide, left knee on top of the heel, shoulders on top of the hips. And then I'll go ahead, I'll inhale, bring everything in, and then I'll play footsies, and I'll go on the warrior two on the other side. Inhale, go in, and then on the other. I love doing this. It's got a little dancers. Gonna step in and down, step in and down. Okay, nice and warmed up at this point, and I'll go dancing warrior, left arm up, right arm back. You can either slide that hand back if you'd like to do the bind. You are welcome to do so. With my arms all the way down, and we'll go ahead for a mini twist. So right hand down, left hand to the outside of the left thigh. And I like to I don't go anywhere as I fix my hips and I breathe in my left lung, knowing that the next time around it'll go into a turn. Go into chair pose, big sweep, interlace your fingers, place them to your elbow bones. And now we'll go ahead and do some side stretch on the left side, and then on the right side, jaw stays nice and soft. Reach your arms high and then back to the center of the chest. Okay. And hands to the hips, left foot back, plant the back heel, right knee on top of the right heel. Reach your arms up, shoulders away from the ears. And then continue remembering to breathe consciously. Interlace your fingers to the back of your neck. We'll go ahead, do some cat-cows here, round in and out and in. So on the inhale, I open up, and on the exhale, I close in, palms of the chest open wide into a warrior two. So the back foot is at a parallel to the mat. Extend your arms out. Imagine somebody pulling your wrists apart. And we'll start by inhaling. Bring everything you want in. And go ahead for your little dance here. So inhale, bring everything up. And exhale, you land. Continue in and down. And in and down into our dancing warrior. And either the bind or sliding the hand down that back thigh. Windmill your arms all the way down. So now the left hand will land on the inside of the right thigh, and the right hand will be on the side of the thigh. And again, you'll see me here really being really active in my legs, and then almost like visualizing the twist here before. And then step forward, chair pose, big sweep. And I'll grab my elbow bones and I'll go for my side stretch. This will lead into a bit of a circular motion. Again, if that should be too much, to just skip it. So I'll go, so you go all the way down and then circle up. And then go all the way down and then circle up. All the way down and circle up. And reach your arms up and away, and then palms back at your chest. And we'll slide down the thighs and get ready for a lion's breath again. And we'll go down, and now we'll take the tongue out. Ha, inhale, and go ha, inhale, and go ha. And then let's do the roots variation. Pull up the roots, and then go ha. Pull up the roots and go ha. Pull up the roots and go ha. That's it. And then palms back at the chest. Reach your arms high, look up, and dive all the way down. So everything on the right side. Let's go for it. So reach the right leg back, right knee down. Both hands to the top of the left thigh as I reach my arms up. And then right hand under left for eagle with the mini back bend. Unravel your arms, reach your arms high, plant your hands, sit back, hips to heel. Go for the twist on the left side, and one breath each side. Back to center, reach forward, plant your hands, sit, big sweep, and chair pose, sit. Hands at the hips, warrior one. Reach your arms up and high. Interlace your fingers behind your head. Cat-cow's chest in your warrior one. Exhale, inhale out. Exhale in. Open wide, warrior two. And we'll go ahead and up. And on the other side, inhale up. And on the other side, reach your arms high. We'll go dancing warrior, windmill your arms down for the full twist now. And we'll finish on a high note, our sequence here. Left hand down for a twist. So right shin to the left shin, sit. Ardha Matsyendrasana for a sitting twist. So get your feet on board. If you'd rather have the bottom leg extended, that's your yogi's choice. Right elbow to the outside of the left thigh. Inhale, grow tall, and then exhale, twist. My sits bones are firmly granted onto the mat. And then I'll come back to center, and I'll go and do some rock and rolling. And we'll go forward and back, and getting some nice heat as well from this nice massage as the ponytail go forward and back. I will land in a tabletop position and finally in a downward facing dog, curl my toes. I'll do that same step in. So I'll step one foot on the one side and stretch the other side, and the same thing. So you'll just all step in. And finally, I can walk on top of my mat. I'll bring my toes together and I'll inhale to a long spine. Exhale, bow. Reach your arms up and high and all the way back to center. Bring your palms back to center. Inhale, sweep your arms up, look up. We're super grateful to have another side, left side, because we're about to use it. Come on down. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, plant your hands, left toes back, left knee down, both hands to the top of the right thigh as you reach your arms up. I do it fluidly, but it's your choice, and I'll get the left arm under right as I do a little back bend up and out of my waist. Unravel my hands. I'll bring my hands back down on the mat. Sit down, hips to heel. And I'll do my first twist. That will be on my right side. I pull up and then I twist. And I'll find my way on the other side. Right hand to the outside of the left thigh. And pull up and twist. Nice riding of the breath until chair pose. Big sweep. And back up, and we'll go ahead into our little circular on one side and then the other. Lots of strength in your legs and then feeling that fluidity. So okay, and arms back down, hands to the hips, and bend your knees, left heel back, warrior one, please. Reach your arms up and high, interlace your fingers to the back of your head, lean back, pull up the neck and round in. Inhale, wide, exhale in, and continue this. Bring the palms to the chest, open wide, warrior two. And we'll go ahead, inhale, bring everything in, and then exhale, go warrior two on the other side. So inhale up and exhale on the other side. Inhale up and exhale on the other side to a dancing warrior. Right arm up, left arm back. Windmill your arms all the way down. We'll go full twist now. Left hand down, right arm up. And I'll stretch out my arms and I keep my hips nice and square. And I'll go for the grand finale. Hand down, and we'll go for a sitting twist. So feeling your sits bones down. And the right elbow on the side of the left elbow on the side of the right thigh, and then finding the twists. Grow tall and twist. It's a nice warming practice on this really snowy day. You can see in the windows there, it was really pouring down when I was doing my home practice. And I'll go ahead and unravel my legs and go for the same squats that we did at the beginning of class. And notice how different they feel from the first time we did them. How much perhaps your body has opened up. It's so empowering to know that our breath does that. We do that. It's all in us, this roar lioness. And the lioness, the symbol itself means, she revels in her physicality. She's confident and assertive. I love that. And we'll go into figure four, right heel to the top of the left thigh. I'll lean down first and get the stretch this way. And then I'll go for a twist. I'll grab my right foot on the inside and I'll go inhale up and twist. It's a different variation that we're used to. And then I'll extend my leg out. I'll try not to touch the floor. I'll grab the peace fingers onto the big toe. Big stretch out, and there very slowly I'll lower my leg foot down. And I'll do the same on the other side. So left heel to the top of the right thigh. I'll lean forward a little bit with my spider fingers. I'll find the stretch this way, right in the psoas, and I'll pull back up and I'll go for the twist. You can see here clearly I grab my foot and I'll go for the counter twist. It's a counter twist where we're not twisting against ourselves, but out. Okay, so I'll come back to center and then left knee in, and I'll extend my heel out. Extend. You've got this. Inhale. And exhale, slowly release it down. There it is. Okay, and then I'll go Paschimottanasana, reach your arms up. And then I like to place my hands, you can like slide them down. I felt really warmed up here, so I had them straight away to my toes. But notice how my back is nice and flat. It's not rounded at all. I'm bending my knees a little bit so that it's, better for my body and its needs at the moment. And then I go in full restorative modes. You can see my feet are onto each side, and I love doing this so my body knows both and knows how to give in and how to engage. So roll your head back in and up, and I'll go down on my back. I'll bend my knees and I'll go into some knee circles to massage my low back. All its work it's done for me. I'm thankful for my spine. And then do nice swirls, nice and soft. And I'll cross my legs and I'll go into a reclined twist. If crossing your leg is too much, don't cross your legs. You can have your knees on top of one another here. That'd be completely fine. Extend my arms out, and I have my face the opposite way that I'm twisting my knees. And softening, really heavy on the floor. My last exhale here, and then the inhale to bring the knees back up. Probably fix your hips, and we'll twist my legs on the other side and come on to the other side. And you see here, I really love having my hips to the center of the mat. And I'll look the other way. Arms out wide like the letter T. Long, slow flow of breath. And as I've woken up the lioness, the inner lioness, I let her kind of revel in the roar here and soften into it and embody it even more as I slow down my practice and about to enter my last rest. Bring your knees back in. You can do one last pull in to recalibrate, and we'll enter Shavasana. So extend your legs out. Your feet are at least mat width apart. Your arms alongside the body, the palms face up. I'll have my belly rise and belly fall. I'll gather my tools. Today we had our breath. We always have our breath. And we had this visual imagery of the lioness and our breaths sound as its roar. A few more minutes here. And then I can wake up and I'll kind of move everything, my limbs. I'll turn over on one side, doesn't matter which one. Really slowly. And I'll come back to a nice seated position on your knees or cross-legged. I'm going to do my roots breath, but almost as a whisper. So in on up and go, ha. 2 more. In on up and go, ha. Last one, really soft, really cooling almost, and go, ha. Yeah, and then bring your palms face up. So glad to be here with you. Namaste.